It's National Championship Day. Let's get it.
Listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Woo! Welcome to the Sportz Nutz. Woof! Matt, we've made it to 183 episodes. As you did say, we are in our greats now. Almost 200 years old, man. Jeez. We really getting old, but want to give a special shout out though to everybody who is tuning in right now to listening to us on 95.5 KFCE in Terrell, Texas, and everybody else listening on TigerNation.live. Matt, man, what's going on with you?
Man, same old, man. Just working on things behind the scenes, man. I got about literally 18. I'm at 18 now. So I got, 17. I'm at 18 files that I have to send to you all at once. So I'm deciding how I want to send it to you, man. I might just do it one at a time, one per day, or I might just send them all to you, man. Just send them all to you, man. Send these big files over to Brandon. But yeah, other than that, man, just same old, man, just working.
Brian Pettit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Brian Pettit is with us. Brian, what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Just waiting on the college playoffs to start this. This is a sad moment in college football now because there's no more after tonight.
Dude, I know.
So, this is the last one.
After tonight. I'm like, I don't want to wait that long.
Doesn't baseball start like in a week?
Baseball. So officially it starts on February the 9th when players and catchers start reporting, but then it's not to officially spring training version starts in February 21st. It's just still, it sucks that we don't have football. And I'm like, man, that's not fair. We hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. There was a lot of stuff that has transpired, but tonight, guys, it is an abbreviated show because, as you guys know, in just a little bit of ways, the college football playoff national championship gets underway. Now, there's a lot of pregame festivities that will take place, so
of course.
Kickoff probably won't really happen until just before 8 o'clock. So that's why we're on 30 minutes earlier, and that's why we're also getting off 30 minutes earlier, is so you guys do not have the chance to miss this fantastic college football game that's going to transpire. All right, so let's get into it, guys. The Atlanta Falcons, they're back in the news, Matt, for the right reasons. They have hired their next head coach, and we're talking about the one and the only Kevin Stefanski. Now, this is a huge move. However, also, y'all, we should know literally at any time, and it was reported today, Josh Williams or Ian Cunningham, whoever accepts the position first, will be the next general manager of the Atlanta Falcons. But, Matt, let's talk about some more NFL news. Brian as well. Bo Nix, done for the season, broke his foot. But there's even more talk going around about the possible quarterbacks they could be bringing into Denver. One name in particular, Tim Tebow, has been mentioned. But let's continue on. The Seattle Seahawks absolutely manhandled or mollywopped Brian's San Francisco 49ers by a score of 41-6. Woo! Ouch.
Woo. Yeah, Turner.
Yeah. Talk about a mollywopping, man.
Yeah. So let's go right into it. First up, also, I got to ask this question to you, Matt, to Brian, but I'm going to start with you, Matt. That was a catch, wasn't it, for Brandon Cooks, right?
Yeah, man. When he caught the ball, man, his butt, knee, thigh, head,
Everything.
shoulders, knees and toes. Everything was on the ground, man. Before that ball got ripped out of him. But I get you have to complete the catch, but he caught it.
What is really a catch anymore these days in football? It's like you never know anymore, you know?
What was that? That it all started with the Des Bryant catch against Green Bay.
Yes.
It should have been a catch. That should have been a catch.
But then let's also look at what was it a couple of weeks ago. They said no one really truly completes the process of a catch. And you had one player hold the ball out, and he takes 3 steps, and then the player knocks out, and they said it's an incomplete pass. What is really the definition of a catch anymore? I don't know. I'm at my point now where I'm just like, just stop with all this nonsense jargon of is it a catch? Is it not a catch? Maybe it could be, possibly. I don't know. Yes, no, maybe so. I doubt it. I mean, it's just
they have possession of the ball. It's a catch.
Yeah, don't sit there and say, well, you didn't complete the process of the catch going to the ground. But then here's the crazy thing. How many times have you heard the referee sit there and say this? And you've heard this too, Brian. How many people sometimes sit and said the ground can't cause the fumble, but yet the ground suddenly caused the fumble? Is kind of what it said on this. And then you go and you look at the other games. Had almost like a mirror image happen, and that was magically a catch. It's the NFL must really hate the Buffalo Bills. I don't know, but oh my God, that was an absolute catch. That really was a catch. And the 2 phantom PIs, and I absolutely, look, I've thrown my helmet before. Matt, I don't know if you ever knew that. I threw my helmet before, and I mean, I slammed the heck out of it. Yeah, and Coach McFarland and Coach Manis, they ripped me a new one out. I ended up having to run 85 stadiums the next day because I chucked my helmet because I was in disgust and anger. But it wasn't me. I wasn't the only one that did it. It was like 8 of us also did it. So we had to run. But, I don't fault number 27 for slamming his helmet down and getting another unsportsmanlike contact because it's 2 phantom pass interference. Just play the game the correct way. You don't need the referees to decide, especially a playoff game like with the massive implications, because as we do see, that was actually the last time you'll ever see Sean McDermott on the sidelines coaching for the Buffalo Bills. And he got fired this morning. Just really just
crazy.
Strange what's going on that one. But I'm going to go to you. And the first question I'm going to ask you, Matt, is are you in sticker shock about the news that came about with Bo Nix breaking his foot?
First of all, man, so much to digest here, man. If you want me to go back to the Falcons, you want me to go through all that? I would just talk about Bo Nix right now.
You can do either one. I don't mind.
Sheesh. We'll start with Bo Nix, man. As far as Bo Nix breaking his foot, that's crazy because I think it happened when he was kneeling down in overtime.
No, he jumped. He was on a run. He jumped for it, and a guy pulled him, and his foot broke.
It's unfortunate, man. I think they got Jarrett Stidham coming in for the next game. They're just gonna rock with Jarrett Stidham. That's pretty much what it is. Broncos, they still might make it, man. If your boy for the Patriots keeps fumbling like he was, but no, man, great unfortunate circumstance for that Broncos team, man. But but I'd be remiss if I was, say, sucks for you to their coach. I would, but I'm not gonna do that. But nah, man, they gathered it out against a really good Bills team, a Bills team that's refusing to get number 1 wide receiver to Josh Allen for whatever reason. But hey, guys, that's what happens when you expect your quarterback. You put so much on your quarterback to do stuff. Eventually it's gonna wear and tear on him, man. But that was definitely a catch. Should have been a catch.
Yes.
It's unfortunate
for the PIs. Are those PIs?
Yeah, those are crazy too. I guess I think they were just making up for some bad missed calls from earlier, man. Refs like to do that, they make them for calls. So man, it's unfortunate for the Bills, unfortunate for the Broncos and their quarterback woes. But yeah, other than that, man, wow, just a wow.
Do you think Buffalo is cursed, Matt?
I won't say
all the misfortunes that they've had literally their entire existence.
Well, the misfortunes are self-inflicted. They're self-inflicted, man. I mean,
well, what about the winning 4 AFC titles in a row and then losing 4 straight Super Bowls?
Yeah, because in a couple of Super Bowls, wasn't it because they missed the field goal at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so that's self-inflicted, man. I mean, that's just self-inflicted wounds. Again, they put so much on Josh Allen, man. Get him an actual number 1 wide receiver that can do something. You had one in Diggs, but you shipped Diggs out. You know, they get him an action, and look at the Diggs is doing for the Patriots. So give him a legit number 1. Please give him a legit number 1 wide receiver. It's just no sense. Freaking Caleb Williams over there got 3 number 1 receivers. You know,
and we saw what happened with them.
Yeah, that was on DJ Moore, by the way. He stopped running.
He stopped running. I think it was Romo that even said you can clearly see he goes and this lows and then.
Yeah, he didn't even know the ball was coming to him.
Yeah,
so that was, you know, I gotta give a gutsy effort to Caleb Williams too, man. I mean, he did a heck of a comeback, heck of a throw, that touchdown to the 8 seconds left in the 18 seconds left in the game. But unfortunately, man, just miscommunication with his wide receiver, and that's what ends up happening. It's football, it happens. Especially in bad weather. It was bad weather.
Crumbles.
You know, all the games, both of those games had bad weather, man. So I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, as you say.
But was it really bad weather? I mean, I played in snow and I had a lot. I mean, I think it's pretty easy to a degree. It's pretty easy to play in snow. I really think it's easy to. I mean, I had a better game. My best game ever was in snow. I mean, that's pretty bad to say, but it's true. I think it's probably because you have better. Your cleats are about that. Your spikes are about that thick compared to this thick. So I had better grip on the ground. But I mean, I always played better in snow. It's really weird. Brian, let's go to you. I want to talk about your Niners, man. You guys were severely depleted. I mean, I knew I had my suspicions that you guys were going to lose to Seattle, but I didn't think you were going to get absolutely thrashed, throttled, mollywopped, whatever you want to call it, so quick. And then also the first play of the game, literally, you give up a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, man.
It was
the bad thing is that the 49ers special teams actually been better than what they showed on Saturday night. It was this explosion, but as we always said, the hottest team is going to win, and the 49ers look rough. They need a lot of help in the offseason, and, you know, it's not the year, but, you know. And also, did y'all hear about the Seattle Seahawks running back is out.
Down for the year, yeah.
He's done for the year too.
ACL. Yeah.
So that's going to be
Zach Charbonnet. Yeah. But he's not really their starting running back. They still got Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
So they'll be fine. And Kenneth Walker does the bulk of the carry, and Zach Charbonnet usually does goal line work. Gets them a good 1-2 yards if they need it. He's the big power back. So, but
he's he's under to the other one's light.
Yeah, but definitely a big blow to that offense. But man, what they did to the 49ers, man. I mean, that's the stuff legends talk about, man. I mean, they came out, mollywopped them, hurt them up. Crabtree got hurt more. They had Brock Purdy looking like he didn't know what was going on.
He looked like he was a duck out of water. He really did.
But here's
Brian
the thing,
called that game.
But here's the thing, though. They did at the previous 2 games, 2-2. It's like, because they only scored 3 points in the game before, man. But hey, man, they mollywopped the Niners, man. But the Niners were hurt. I feel if the Niners had their full squad, they would have beat Seattle. If they had Bosa, if they had Frank and back there, if they had
Seattle looked like they
had
were
Trent
on
Williams.
major steroids.
What if they had Trent Williams? If they had Frank? If they had Brandon Ayuk? If they had all their players, man. George Kittle, if they had all their players, they definitely Niners definitely would have won, but they didn't have it. That's football. They
they don't have a number 1 receiver either.
Yeah, they don't. They really don't.
Again, they had Brandon Ayuk. It's just that he held out. He held out this year for pay. He got hurt. I mean, he was getting, I guess, 16, 17 million isn't enough. I guess he needs to have his 20 million, I guess, a year. So he sat out all year.
Trade-off.
Sat out all year.
Those taxes get you, man.
Some California taxes will get you.
Yeah, they really will. California taxes, they eat you alive.
Yeah, man.
So let's look at the other game, okay? Between as we just mentioned, the Bears. The Bears. Let me ask you this, Brian. We heard Matt. I want to hear your thoughts on what did you think about the Chicago Bears game? I mean, that was actually I was rather impressed that it came down to the way it did, but I mean, the Rams, you got to look at who's on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a future Hall of Famer. He is an MVP candidate this year, and Matthew Stafford, and it just goes to show, the better, and I'm using the quotations, the better quarterback pulled it out at the end. What were your thoughts on that game though, Brian?
I thought that, I watched a little bit of it. I heard it on the radio. I was switching between the TVs, but it looked like Caleb Williams looked kind of off, the whole night. They were bringing the blitz and kind of a stuff, and he couldn't throw it right. Like he was trying to do something really crazy, and they didn't. It was cold, and it was just one of those things where they looked rattled. They kind of did, and and they made mistakes, a lot of mistakes, turnovers. With that last possession right there, the turnover that they'd had, it was kind of bad,
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of turnovers,
yeah,
what did you guys think about the turnover party going on at the Houston New England game? It was 8 combined turnovers, 5 of which belonged to CJ. Well, actually 4 interceptions, but 5 total did belong to CJ Stroud. What do you think about that though?
I think we just saw the end of CJ Stroud, man. He looked rattled in that game. He looked like he didn't know what to do. Even though all his offensive weapons were hurt, we'll give him that. But he just looked like a fish out of water, man. Then the commenters started commenting on it, like, hey, on halftime, they were like, this is, we're gonna see what this kid is made of. And unfortunately, it wasn't too much better. He didn't throw any more picks in the second half. He kind of got right. He righted that shit. But
but he was still overthrowing his players.
Yes, he was.
He still had happy feet.
And here the thing is by him is this is like 3 years in a row now where he's done this in the playoffs. So Houston has some, and it's crazy to say, but Houston, they're gonna decide if that's really their guy or not.
Isn't he up for his 5th-year options this year?
Yeah. Him and Bryce Young. That was that draft where Bryce Young went first and he went second. So him and Bryce Young, man, they're both up. So I don't know.
Well, as you see, our guy Faison from the Bears he just said I would not. Basically, I would not sign him. I wouldn't either.
That must be nice. It's easy to say that when your quarterback comes with his painted fingernails is out here looking like an old version of Brett Favre, man, and just Hail Mary plays and doing it. Caleb is awesome, man. I like Caleb Williams. Man. I think the Bears got him one.
I'm not sold just yet, but I'm getting there.
I don't know, man. I think he has it. I watched it in that fourth quarter, man. He has it. Like, he's not phased. He'll make the throw. He doesn't care what time of day it is. He's going to make that throw. And he can make every throw. That's the thing. He can make every throw. So I like that kid, man.
Speaking of games, y'all, tonight is the biggest game in both Fernando Mendoza's career as well as Carson Beck. It is the national championship. The Natty is here.
Jeez.
We just also made a mention that this is a sad day because this is the end of college football until August. But I want to, this has major implications for both teams. Miami hasn't won a national championship since 2001. He must say Houston. Indiana has never won it. Indiana used to be the laughing stock of literally every college football realm there was. Matt, who do you think wins tonight, and why do you predict? Why are you predicting that?
First off, Mendoza can have a stinker of a game. He's still going first in the draft. Yeah, and I said the best thing that happened to Carson Beck is that that Moore went back to Oregon. That's the best thing that happened to Carson Beck. So Carson Beck could be, if he has a really good game, he could be a fringe first rounder, but definitely going to be a second, third round QB. But if he had a great game today, I could see somebody coming up to grab him in the first. But with this game, I think I'm gonna go with Indiana here.
What do you think the final score will be?
Yeah, Indiana. You said what?
What do you think the final score will be in your eyes?
I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be something like 34-28. I'm going to give it to Indiana on this one, man. I think, they're just too much. But people forget, Miami's hot right now. And they're they're executing with maximum efficiency, and they also have like 2 first-round picks on their defensive line. That's going to give Mendoza HE double hockey sticks. So yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. But I'm gonna go Indiana here, and I gotta be in like a close game. I say like I said, 34-28.
Look what our guy Richard just said here.
Yeah, my man Bryce Dicker just said 51-21 Hoosiers.
Hey guys, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Yeah,
don't be surprised if Miami comes out and get an early lead, man, like an early 10-point lead. Don't be surprised because Miami.
I don't know though. Kirk Cignetti has always.
But they got that freshman kid. What's his name? Very explosive. I can't remember his name. They got this freshman kid, man. That's gonna be the wild card. If they get him ready early, can get him acclimated early, you know, it could be a problem. Indiana could be trying to come back. So don't be surprised if we see like Miami going into halftime with a 14-7 lead or something like that, 17-7 lead. Don't be surprised.
What do you think, Brian? Who do you think wins tonight, and then why are you going with that prediction?
I think Indiana's got explosives. What Mendoza can do on and off the field, I've watched him, and I've covered, at least Indiana for part of the season and did some reaction to their games, and he just looks calm and cool, collective. There's not many mistakes that he makes. It's the whole entire team that makes him, and you got to look at the defense there too. I mean, they're explosives on defense, and when they need to stop, they make a stop. And Cignetti is actually a good coach,
Well, remember, as he said, all I do is win. Google me, and
that's what he said in the press conference the other day.
He really is a tremendous coach. Let's go right to the next one. Indiana, you guys, they're having an absolute amazing season. They're 15-0. They could finish 16-0 tonight. Now, the question I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask the fans who are watching this as well, and Matt, you're going to answer this question as well. Is this Indiana season to win it all and go 16-0, or, and this pains me to say this, is the U back?
I think this is the Indiana season simply because they have a team full of like 22, 23-year-olds, man. They got a team full of guys that are experienced players, man, that probably should be in the NFL if you really want to be technical about it. But they got a team full of grown men, so I see them taking this one. And but the U, if the U can get they have a lot of young pieces. If they can get a good quarterback in there next season, which is probably where Dylan Raiola needs to go, then they'll be fine.
Not Oregon, because he will be on that bench for another year.
Yeah, right.
What do you think, Brian? Do you think the U is back?
We will see. This is one of their. They have Carson back. Which would stand up for all things, because remember last year he was at Georgia. And you saw how close they came to Georgia last year. So, could this be recognition of him? Or could it just be, because we all know, we've all seen it. Now I forgot his.
Carson Beck.
Not Carson Beck. No.
Fernando Mendoza?
No, the coach. Oh, geez. Cristobal. That's
Mario
it.
Cristobal.
Yeah, he makes a lot of mistakes. We all know that he makes mistakes
Georgia
from
Tech.
last year. Last year.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Matt's favorite thing to say, because taking a knee, let's just go run the ball and fumble it and then give the game to Georgia Tech. I'm just saying.
So they could be back for this game, but I don't know for long haul. They got recruiting, they got the portal, so we'll see what they got. So you never know.
What's crazy too, guys, also is with regards to Indiana, they all had 1 and 2. These are all 1 and 2 star recruits. And look what Kirk Cignetti did. He turned them into legendary status at Indiana. He really can, he literally can make lemonade out of anything. Not just give him a bunch of lemons and make lemonade. No, he can make it out of anything. Kirk Cignetti has done tremendous. He did amazing work at James Madison. He's just everywhere he has gone, he has done amazing work. So Cignetti, man, I don't think this is a fluke. If Indiana does win it, which I believe Indiana will win tonight, I really do. If Indiana wins, I don't think we're done with seeing Indiana be successful. Obviously we know we're going to lose a lot of Brian Pettit can talk junk. But Obviously we're gonna. It's gonna be hard not to see Fernando Mendoza or literally anybody that was a senior on the team for Indiana next year. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, we're not gonna see greatness out of Indiana. I mean, for all we know, heck, next year they go 16-0 again. And if they did that, that would absolutely tell you right there that Signetti is the bleep. He is
Brandon,
the bleep, and he turned it around. What's up?
They were talking to the president that does their, I guess, their department of whatever it was, but she was the president, and she said they've been working since 2020 on this project, on getting where they need to be, and they ask her about all the steps that they've done, all the academic, all the new departments, and she's like, we're still not finished yet. There's a lot more to go. She said this is just the first stage of what they want to do. They want to win. They want to be in it for the duration. And
For the long haul,
yeah. And she said this is just the start of it.
Look, man, if Indiana, if they somehow, some way can find a way to repeat this success, at least get to the Final Four, the year after that coach won't be there because he'll be an NFL coach or somewhere.
I could see that possibly, transpiring as well. I mean, crazy things have happened. I mean, we did, but I will also say, just because you're extremely successful in every level up to the NFL doesn't mean you're going to be successful in the NFL. We've seen that very well with a lot of highly touted, successful college coaches laying goose eggs in the NFL.
You know what is successful in the NFL?
What
for coaches? That guaranteed check. Whatever the contract is, they will see every penny of that contract.
Yep.
So that's kind of what they do it for. Indiana's gonna have to open up that pocketbook, or well, not pocketbook, open up that coin purse if they want to keep him, man. Because he's gonna get some offers. So we'll see what happens.
Brandon, don't pay attention to Brian. Don't pay Brian any attention. He stole my wings last Saturday night. Oh my goodness! Look at you. Have someone talking trash about you, Brian.
Yeah, I know. He's my best friend.
What was the flavor?
What was the flavor of the wings?
What was the flavor, Brian?
It was, I think it was something hot.
Richard, what was the wings flavor? Tell us the flavor.
Yeah, tell us the wings here.
That's crucial information.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I know.
That determines if you want to eat all the wings or just a couple of the wings. Oh my goodness! I'm excited though to see what happens tonight. I really am. I mean, it's true Cajun spicy. Okay, so
that sounds interesting.
That does sound pretty interesting. Absolutely.
So now the important follow up, real quick, is it ranch or blue cheese?
Blue cheese.
That's important.
Blue cheese.
Important.
I guarantee it's it's ranch.
Ew.
Gotta be blue cheese here.
Blue cheese.
Gotta be blue cheese.
Even better. What Atlanta restaurant has the best blue cheese? Mine is Taco Mac. I love Taco Mac's blue.
I love Taco Mac's blue cheese.
Yes.
I had it last Saturday, man. I love Taco Mac's blue cheese.
I love Taco Mac's blue cheese. Even though Taco Mac is not a sponsor, Taco Mac, if you're listening, we'd love it to be our sponsor.
Yeah, there you go.
We both got 15 wings. Dang, Brian, you ate more than 15 wings?
15 is a lot of wings. That's a lot of wings there, bro.
And I ate there was probably about 10 more of the garlic Parmesan fries that they had.
Oh my God! You must have gone to Buffalo Wings or Wingstop.
No, this was Carolina Tavern in Greenwood.
Oh, I know Carolina Tavern. I used to service.
Brandon, be glad Brian didn't stay at your place last night.
I know Carolina Tavern so well.
Yeah,
I used to service them when I worked for Universe. Yeah, they're great. Yeah. They're really good people there. I love them. Yes, Saban did take Miami, and Saban coached at Miami, but he absolutely was bad.
And he put on a hat.
Yeah,
which is odd.
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm sorry, but I have trouble seeing Nick Saban wearing a ball cap. I mean,
he's wearing it now. Yeah,
it's so everybody's picking Miami. No, they're not. I'm sorry, I'm not picking Miami. I'm picking Indiana. It's so weird though, just seeing Nick Saban with a ball cap. Ugh.
Yeah,
I don't know. Matt, what do you think about the additions for the Atlanta Falcons? Do you think Kevin Stefanski was the right move?
I think Kevin Stefanski was the safest move, the safest pick, man. Which I think
you
is
did
good.
say you wanted to go with an experienced coach. You
Exactly,
said that too.
especially when you're GM, your football, your I guess Matt Ryan's position. Whenever those guys are brand new, you need somebody in there that at least has experience or at least seen something before. Kevin Stefanski was well on his way to being the most successful Browns coach, if he hasn't been already, in a long time.
I mean, what 2 coach of the year? He got coach of the year twice.
2020 and 2023. But we saw what happened when management made that decision to give up everything for Deshaun Watson. We saw how that backfired. So you cannot hold that against him. But I like the pick. He's still young. He's 43, so he's still young. He can still resonate with the players, and he has experience. He has respect. He's not a brand new coach. He's, like I say, he's been there, done that. He's seen it. He's won. He's gotten into the playoffs. With a roster not even nowhere near as good as the roster that he has now with the Atlanta Falcons. Not even near as good. On that Browns roster, they had Baker, Chubb. Who were the receivers at that time? I think it was Odell was there.
Jerry Jeudy was there too.
Jerry Jeudy was Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry. I don't think Jerry Jeudy was there.
I think he was.
No, he's there now. Jerry Judy's there now.
Yeah, I knew he's there now.
He wasn't there when they made the playoffs. He was with the Broncos still. So they had a
pretty good crew.
They had a solid crew, but it was now nowhere near the Atlanta squad that he has now. Nowhere near it. Of course, you have Myles Garrett. Of course, that was it. Defense really a young
in your model citizen.
Yeah, I know, right? They had a young what's that cornerback name? I can't remember his name.
Doesn't matter though.
Yeah. But anyways, the roster was nowhere near as good as what he has now in Atlanta. So I'm eager to see what he's going to do with this Atlanta roster. I think he's good. I think they'll make the playoffs next year. So
let me ask you this then: who do you sign as the extension? Because you have a lot of opportunities. You have Bijan and you have Tyler. Both of them are lightning and thunder. I would honestly prefer to choose Bijan.
I mean, that's not a question. You can't afford Tyler. Tyler's going to be a starting running back somewhere in the league. You can't afford him. You're going to have to draft. You're going to have to get another running back in the draft or pick up somebody from free agency, man. I mean,
what do you think about Kyle Pitts? Would you resign him after what he did this year?
You would have to resign him because you would have to resign him. You would have to resign him because he was second team All Pro.
Yeah. And Brandon, I got a question for both of y'all. What do you think about Kyle Pitts? I mean, what do you think about him? Do you think he can come out of his slump for the last couple of years? Because he was really high.
He has potential.
But the thing about it is, it's only a slump because where he was drafted. Look at his numbers. They're equivalent to all the other tight ends in the league. I mean, they're always top 5. His numbers are always top 5 in tight ends every year. It's just that where he was drafted, you're expecting 1,600 yards. You're expecting old Travis Kelce, and his prime numbers are better, but that's not
Tony Gonzalez mixed together. Yeah, you're absolutely expecting these things.
It's because where he was drafted. If he was drafted like in the middle of the first round, end of the or beginning of the second round, where he should have really been picked up. Are
you saying there's too much pressure on him then?
It was too much. No, it's not too much pressure on him at all. He can't help how many balls come to him. That's play calling. He can't help how many balls gets to him. Matt Ryan stared him down his rookie year. He had 1,000 yards. Matt Ryan stared him down his rookie year because Julio was out and he was the number one option. So somewhere his confidence took a hit. You forget it was with Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter was the QB next year, and Desmond Ritter couldn't give him the ball.
Desmond Ritter couldn't fly on the wall.
Couldn't give him the ball. In front of him. So I mean, it's just where Kyle Pitts was drafted. That's the reason why it seems like he's not doing good. But if you look at his numbers, he's getting 800 yards a season with about 4 touchdowns. I mean, that's tight end. That's what tight ends do. So I mean,
I see he has a lot of potential, a lot of great potential. Yeah, it's just does he utilize that potential?
It's unfortunate because he's on a team with Bijan and Drake London.
Yeah,
that's the thing. He's the third option here, man. He's the third option. So it's up to Kyle. If Kyle wants to, because they didn't sign him to that 5th-year extension, so he's free to walk. Yeah. So if he wants to go somewhere and I can see somebody like the Cowboys saying, "Come on, man, we'll feature you in the offense. It'll be you and CD." I can see that happening. Him going somewhere else, but. He could stay in Atlanta and be a third wheel, but Atlanta can give him the most money. See,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like, what are you gonna do here? I can go somewhere else and be the man, but Atlanta can
get the most
give
money.
me the most money.
Yep.
So
Yep,
what are you
there
gonna
you
do
go.
there? What are you gonna do?
Absolutely.
And also, you got to get a right offensive coordinator that will actually say, "Hey, we're going to use the tight end a little bit more and go back to what Atlanta used to do."
But see,
when they had Gonzalez on that.
Here's the thing: Kevin Stefanski loves his tight ends. He's always running the 13
always
personnel,
had it.
12, 13 personnel. He always has these tight ends out there, multiple tight ends, always.
Yep.
So tight ends will get looks in Stefanski's offense, always.
And also, with regards to the OC, they did make the announcement that the Falcons did get the OC. He followed him from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they are bringing Jeff Ulbrich back.
Yeah, and Jeff Ulbrich is going to stay as the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, which is a good move. It really is. Stefanski has always had great praise for Jeff Ulbrich and his style of play. So, shout out to everything on that one. And let's look at your team real quick, Brian. I mean, you guys, obviously we know George Kittle is not coming back until the 27-28 range because of it takes over a year to get back from torn Achilles.
Yeah.
What do you think on what needs to transpire to get the Niners? It's been over 30 years since the Niners really. It's been 30 years, right? Since they won the last Super Bowl, wasn't it?
It's been a long. Yeah. It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time.
Them, but they just haven't. They haven't won one. I think it goes back to I think it goes back to defense this year. Defense hasn't really looked good at all. I think they only had a couple more. I don't know what the figures are, but I think they only had 20 sacks this year. They haven't rushed much.
Yeah, they were one of the lower.
Yeah, there was the lowest ones, and they were last in sacks this year. I would like to see their defense a lot better than what it used. Like it used to be when you couldn't drive on it. I mean, you could stop the run, but this year it was their deep passes, and they have no deep threat. Purdy can't throw 30 yards, and they can catch them. They'd have no – when they got Debo, I kind of said to myself, well, this is not going to – but everybody got hurt this year. They just can't rely on CMC. They need something else to with running back behind him. You can't give him the ball 100-something times and make him okay. I mean,
that reminds me of
he stayed actually the whole entire year, which is surprising to me because everybody.
That reminds me of when you said you can't give CMC the ball. Remember, what did he do the whole time when he was at Carolina?
Yeah,
it was the CMC show. That's all it was, and you could see the level of exhaustion really took place. He was overutilized, and Kyle Shanahan, he does like to overuse certain players, and Matt knows this. It's very well known. I mean, he literally, if you took his name and you changed it to Mike, it's Mike Shanahan 2.0. He runs the exact same style of offense, and his favorite style of play is exactly like his dad.
I mean, guys, the fact that the Niners even got to 12 wins is an accomplishment within itself. Again, guys, they had over 10 players out this year, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're heavy hitters. Yeah. We're talking heavy hitters. They had them. What was it? What was the stat? I think it was the players that were out take up 80% of the cap, or something to that effect. Fred Warner was out. Nick Bosa was out. I mean, dude. Like I said, Brandon Ayuk is out. Ricky Parashore, the other wide receiver, he was in and out of the line because he was hurt. You got Kittle out. I mean,
and there were times that Purdy didn't play.
It has to go on to McCaffrey. It was either McCaffrey or Brock Purdy. I mean, there was really nobody else consistently, or nobody else that's proven anything in this league. But again, that's what happens when you work next to an electrical plant. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get.
Move the stadium, right?
Yeah. They play next to that electrical plant or something like that. An old tight end. I forgot his name. He was a tight end for the Tennessee Titans for years. I can't remember his name.
Eddie Lewis.
No. That's for the Titans. Yeah, Delaney Walker.
Delaney Walker
was. I just saw him just talking about this man because he played for the Niners for 1 or 2 seasons, and he was just like, "Yo." People were always saying something. There was always something going on over there at that place. One time the transformer blew up. It sounded like a bomb. And he said sometimes you can feel it, like you can feel the zaps and stuff in your ear just playing over there. So he said there was always doctors out there testing the air and things like that. Literally, I just saw this yesterday. He was talking about this yesterday.
That's crazy. You have people over there checking to make sure
Yeah,
Too much electrical exposure.
Move that thing away from the dang stadium.
Yeah.
And if you look at it from the air, it's a square. It's not a real traditional stadium. It's a square.
Move it away. Move it away.
But they've been talking about it too. So,
like, why does it take 20 years for them to move this thing away? Like, this is crazy.
It's California for all things. All right, now we're going to go to our favorite time because we're getting close to time. The end of the show is the honorable mentions. We're just going to give you like one or two honorable mentions that usually the mainstream media they will talk about, but not like as much. So obviously my biggest thing that I want to talk about is the results of the Buffalo-Denver game. It was an absolute horrible way to end any playoff game, let alone a game in general. That was a catch by Brandon Cooks. Absolutely. And that, Matt, that's hard to say because Brandon Cooks ate the Falcons alive for breakfast, lunch, and dinner when he played for the New Orleans Saints. It's just common with that. But that also, those two phantom PIs, they weren't PIs. Absolutely not. Because if you go look at other games, it was like to the T, and they weren't PIs, but how this one was, no clue. But I do want to give a shout out to the Buffalo Bills. They did have another good regular season. Unfortunately, it is regular season, and postseason is a completely different entity. Hopefully, the 26-27 season will have different results for the Bills. I hope and pray in my lifetime I see the end of this. Whatever curse is going on in Buffalo has to end. I mean, something's got to end.
Let's get this curse out the way first. Then Buffalo can have theirs.
All right, Matt, give your honorable mention, sir.
My honorable mention is going to go to the New England Patriots. And the reason why is because they've already in like 2 or 3 seasons since Tom Brady's been there, they've already gutted their team, gutted their coaching staff, brought their staff back, got a new team, drafted a new quarterback, and they're already back in the conference championship, man. In like 2 or 3 years, when you got teams like the Falcons out of the playoffs for 10, 15 years, the Jets and Browns, the Patriots did it in 2. So that goes to show
the last time the Patriots went into the conference championship game was 18 when they won the last Super Bowl.
18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. It's been 7 years already.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been long.
Well, in the 7 years that when did Brady left him 7 years ago?
Yeah,
he did.
He left in 19 and played at the Buccaneers. Won 2 Super Bowls with the Buccaneers.
No. Brady was with them in the 2020s.
No.
What?
No, he left. Yeah, he left.
Wow. Well, in that short amount of time, either way, Falcons haven't been in the playoffs. Jets haven't been in the playoffs. Browns haven't been in the playoffs. Need I continue?
When was the last time the Browns went to the playoffs, though? I mean, have they even
when they had Baker Mayfield? That Baker Mayfield year when Baker Mayfield.
They had.
So.
They haven't been since '99, and that's a long time.
No. It's like 2023, 2023 or 2020. Both of those years, they actually remember they beat the Steelers in the playoffs.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of those years, they've been there. They've been there. But already they have rebuilt their team, and they have the quarterback in place. They have the young defensive players in place. They have nice little offensive core in place, and they're already back to compete, man. So it shows you how good management. Or how much management it means to a team. So shout out to the Patriots.
All right, Brian, give your honorable mention, sir.
I'm actually going to give this one to the Clemson Tiger girls yesterday. What a win they did last night. That was a great comeback. Way to come back, shoot the lights out in that one. And also that girl that shot the 2 3 throws at the to get him into overtime, clutch 3 throws. She was only 50% and drains both of them right there to tie it. That's incredible and good win for Poppy and the Clemson girls last night. So,
absolutely. It was a very good victory indeed for the Clemson Lady Tigers. And basketball, Matt, and this too, Brian, basketball is getting good. It's getting really fun right now. Yeah. I mean, we're seeing a lot of amazing games. I mean, we still have 4 undefeateds right now in the men's side, and there's only 2 left in the women's side. That's crazy to think there's only 2 left. So, Ben, what's going on, man? Hey, Ben Rodriguez, guys, check him out. He's actually just got back from Puerto Rico. His brother got married, so he was in Puerto Rico. Guys,
congratulations on your brother, Ben.
So, guys, this is, we did say this was going to be an abbreviated show, and it is, because we don't want you guys to miss out on the national championship. All right, real quick, I want everybody to give us your score predictions for the night. Matt, give your final score again.
Like I said, 34-28 Indiana.
Brian, give your final score.
31-24.
I say 38-21 Indiana. And look, our guy Pensman just got
home.
Man, yeah, he was traveling a bit. So there you guys have it. Shout out to our guy Shane Owen. Had some things he had to take care of. No worries. We're still thinking of him as always. Hey, it's okay. And look, Pensman just said 45-28. Okay. I mean, I see it on that one. All right, guys. So we will be back with you on Wednesday. And I'm actually really excited for the upcoming episodes. And I'm going to share with you. We do have an episode, like I said, on Wednesday, the 21st. It is episode 184. This one, I'm really actually pretty excited about the next one. Friday, the 23rd, it is episode 185. We have a friend of ours who covers for Greenville Sports Media. His name is Mark Livingston. He's actually he's doing a big articles on HBCUs. So he's actually going to talk to us about the truth behind HBCUs. And there is a big, and I mean, Matt, you know this too. Brian, you know this too. There is a massive points shaving scandal that has just been coming out. We're still getting details regularly about it, but there are some HBCUs that are mentioned in this one. So we'll talk to him a little bit about that. But then Monday, January 26th, I need everybody to get your popcorn ready. Episode 186. Jonathan Wells, former defensive back for the Houston Texans, back when David Carr played for the Houston Texans. He also played for Ohio State. He will be joining our show on Monday. I'm really excited about that one to have him come on. Matt, I'm going to make sure to get you his number so you have it because I give you all his numbers. Then Wednesday, January 28th, it is episode 187. We're going to start talking about the Super Bowl because it's coming. It's knocking on the door. So we're going to talk about that one. Also, baseball season is starting to get warm, so we're going to talk a little bit about that one. Then, obviously, we have an episode on Friday, January the 30th. It is episode 188. Monday, February 2nd, we do have episode 189. But then this one I'm looking forward to also is we do have an episode on Wednesday, which is episode 190. Friday, February 6th, episode 191. Bo Crutch who covers the Seattle Kraken will be joining our show. I'm actually really excited about this. He actually, this is going to be another stab at you, Pensman, unfortunately. But let's see. Your Pittsburgh Penguins beat Seattle 6-3 today. So I wanted to give a little shout out to the Pittsburgh Penguins. We also, Pensman has secured an interview with the play-by-play announcer of the Pittsburgh Penguins. It will not be live. It's going to be recorded because of the fact that his schedule and travel and everything. So he will be, we will be recording it. Brian has also secured an interview with Brad Brownell and also the Clemson women's softball head coach. That's coming soon. I'm waiting to hear back from Graham when the dates are so we can let you know. We will try and get one of them to be on live. With not, they will definitely be recorded. It'll be myself and Brian. They will be interviewing them. So we're really, really excited about that one. We're waiting to hear back from our guy from the Carolina Hurricane about coming on. Yes, I just saw this. Matt, you remember Kanoa Leahy, by the way, when he came on for our 100th episode? He is going to be coming on for looks like he's coming on for our 200th. Remember, he did say I'll come on in the 200th. So Kanoa Leahy may be returning to us very soon. Really excited about that one. Really good friend of ours. Really enjoy that one. But yeah, guys, we have a lot to do and just so little time. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in tonight, for commenting. We have a lot of fun with you guys. It means the world to us. So with that being said, for everybody who tuned in tonight, we greatly appreciate it. Brian, give your final goodbyes, sir.
I just want to tell everybody, let's go Indiana and let's go have some fun watching this game. Also, this week, be kind, be safe, and love each other.
Absolutely. All right, Matt, give your final goodbyes, sir.
Yeah, guys, what's today? Today is Monday. Yes. So yeah, guys.
Monday.
Yeah, right. So yeah, guys, man, hey man, enjoy the national championship today, guys. Again, if you're gonna be out and about, get you an Uber, get somebody that's gonna drive, that's not drinking. So play it safe, play by the rules, don't get flagged.
Yes, don't get flagged indeed. As you know, Shane will always tell you peace, love, and bacon grease and that.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, also, if you do live in the Southeast, more specifically the North Metro Atlanta and the upstate, and also all of North Carolina and Tennessee, start watching because
they already said it's going this weekend. They said this weekend it's going to be here.
This week is going to no games this weekend, Monday, Matt.
Right.
It's this is what he said. See, no games this weekend. It's Monday, Matt.
No games is Monday, Matt.
So I will say, you guys, make sure you pay attention to the weather because there is a real possibility a big snowstorm could be taking place. We'll know more about it as we get closer to the day, which is Saturday and all day Sunday. So just pay attention to that one. As I always tell you guys, peace up, A-Town down. Why? It's the greatest sports city there ever was. You guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you for tuning into this, albeit abbreviated episode. We greatly appreciate you guys coming on, and we will talk to you on Wednesday. Wednesday, back to normal time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You can find us literally on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Matt's Facebook page, and Brian's Facebook page, everywhere. And subscribe to our guy, Pensman. He is not here. As you guys see, he just got home from work. So, but give him a subscribe and give our guy, Ralph Williams at RW Media, a subscribe as well. And please also follow our guy, Shane Owen. Really good friend of ours. We really appreciate him as always. But guys, you have a fantastic evening and enjoy. I now do 2 outros, so you guys have a fantastic night.